If you need to make any changes, you can hit edit this meeting, which will bring you back to this page and this format again if you need to change or edit any of the information. But from here, you can also start the meeting, or what we're going to do is go back to the meetings page so that you can see that this is lined up in your meeting docket, that this is a scheduled meeting. And again, you can click on it here if you need to go back in to make any edits to the details. You can also start the meeting from here, or if you want to start over, you can delete the meeting and start by clicking schedule a new meeting again. So if you go into the Zoom app now, again, this is the dashboard, and then this is the Zoom app. If you're in the Zoom app and you go up here to click meetings, you will now see that I have an upcoming meeting, which is the one that we just set up, and we can verify that by checking the meeting invitation ID, which is right here, and we can see that that matches up right here. What you don't want to do is schedule a meeting using your personal meeting ID and share a different meeting ID to your students, because what will happen is if you are not both on the same meeting ID, you will not be in the same Zoom meeting. So it is very important that when you schedule this meeting that you share the right invitation to the students. So don't schedule a test meeting and send that out and then schedule a new meeting, and make that the real one. Make sure that whatever you're setting and scheduling is the same information that you send out to everybody, just to make sure that you are literally on the same page together. You want to just make sure that you are both using the same meeting ID to be in the same place. But again, from the Zoom app, you can look here, and this invitation will be here again, where you can also go to copy the invitation, or you can show the meeting invitation here and go ahead and highlight and copy that same invitation information that I showed you before. One of the nice things about Zoom is you will have multiple ways to do something. There's no wrong or right way to use the functions, but the wrong or right way will sort of come about in the way that you choose to use Zoom. So it kind of becomes about the goal, whether or not you want to get your whole class on Zoom at the same time, or whether your goal might be to host office hours. Maybe your goal is to do both, and the right or wrong way kind of comes into play when it goes into going about that process. You want to make sure that you have the right order of operations to make things not only easy on yourself, to put in the least amount of steps, as if you were to have to figure it out and then get things wrong, look up a YouTube tutorial, maybe watch this video over again, and then to try to go back and do it again. I'm going to show you the purpose of these videos I'm putting together is to hopefully show you and get you set up with the easiest possible way, giving you the most explanation without rushing through it. And then also making sure that you're prepared so that in case any students come to you with questions, you'll know enough about this so that you'll be able to help them troubleshoot, or just feel comfortable enough that you know what you're doing, which I know that most of you do. But if this is the first time setting this up, this may be a little bit daunting. And again, I apologize. I know that we're all kind of on crunch time trying to figure this out right now. But I promise if you watch these videos all the way through, and if you need to review any of these sections, feel welcome to do so. But my purpose of putting these videos together the way that I am is to make sure that everybody knows exactly what steps to take, and hopefully you can follow along, and hopefully you've been able to follow along up to this point. But I want to make sure that you know exactly how to do this, and sort of get in the right habit of doing things this way the first time, so that you don't get confused and then have to go back and relearn how to do something which might take up more time. And I know obviously right now everyone has an absence of time, so to speak. So hopefully this sort of explains things up to this point. This was just how to schedule a meeting and get the meeting invitation, or sort of the meeting invitation information extracted from this setup.